What's good, YouTube? My name is Bernaya Connor, but you guys can call me Bree, and welcome to my channel. As you can see by my board, today I will be giving you guys some high school advice. So let's get into the video. First, we are going to start off with this. Keep this in mind your whole time in high school. This is just a general advice, a tip or whatever. Never settle for anything. Ever. And by this, I mean, if you want AP and honors courses, if you want dual enrollment courses and your counselor is not giving you those courses, go to their office, go to the principal if you need to, and make sure you get into those courses because you want to. Don't allow these people to put you in regular classes if you don't want to be in them. Period. Also, don't settle for anything when it comes to relationships or with friendships. If you don't like something someone is doing, if you don't like the way that people are talking to you, cut them off, sis. Don't be afraid, because we're gonna get into all of that. But remember, never settle for anything. Period. First of all, figure out a good studying method for you. Whether it be you're studying on Quizlet, whether it be you're studying with flashcards, make sure you know a study method that works for you so you can study effectively. So with me, I like studying with flashcards because I kind of have this photographic memory where I can like visualize the orders that I have the words in of a certain length, if that makes sense. So I could do that, and it works for me with flashcards. Only if I'm trying to memorize like definitions and stuff. But when it comes to actually trying to apply the information you learned in class, you might want to do some like interactive activities. Try to find some interactive videos or something on the internet, because the internet has everything. Period. Ask questions in class. I mean, I'm not the type of person who will ask questions in class because I don't know, but ask questions if you have them, because if you go home confused, now you have to wait until the next day or even the day after that to ask your teacher questions. So ask questions in class, get clarification when you need it. Make sure you go to your teacher during their office hours if you need that. Like, always make sure you're getting an understanding of the information. Don't go home confused, because that's not going to help you understand or learn the information. Next, always stay true to yourself. High school is gonna be a roller coaster. You're gonna learn a lot about yourself in high school, but remember to always stay true to yourself. Remember who you are. Make sure you're keeping an open mind that you're going to grow. You're gonna grow within yourself. You're gonna grow out of friendships. You're going to grow academically. You're going to grow. So keep that in mind, but remember to always stay true to yourself. Put yourself first. Put your needs first. Put your academics first. Yeah. Have some school spirit. Make sure you go to the pep rallies, go to the football games, go to the homecomings, the dances, all of that, because you're not going to get these days back. And that's what I had to realize. Like, participate in everything and show some school spirit. Okay? Let's talk about friendships. A lot of YouTube videos say this. I mean, like, when I was going into high school, I watched high school advice videos, obviously, and a lot of them said 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna walk out with the same people you walked in with. And based off my experience, that is true. You're not going to walk out with every single person you walk in with. Not saying every single person you walked in with you're not gonna be friends with at the end, because that's not true. I still got my bestie. But keep that in mind. Like, you don't have to hold on to friendships if they're not working out. You're going to outgrow some of your friends. It's life. Like, you're gonna have a friend, you're gonna make a friend one day, y'all gonna be friends for a week, and y'all not gonna talk a week after that. That's life. That's high school. Don't make it a big deal. Like, it's gonna happen. You're gonna meet your true friends. You're gonna know who your true friends are when you meet them. Just be prepared. Be prepared for everything in high school, because a lot of things are gonna hit you surprisingly. You are going to learn a lot. And I don't know why I'm smiling so hard, but you are going to learn a lot. So yeah, you're gonna grow apart from people, but most importantly, even when you fall out with people, when you grow apart from people, make sure you stray away from any type of drama. Just grow apart in peace, okay? Avoid drama. Also, another thing that a lot of high school advice videos talk about is relationships, and they're relationships, and they're gonna say don't get into relationships during high school. Don't focus on boys. Let's be for real. Okay, keep in mind that this advice is not gonna apply to everyone because everyone is different. But this is based off my experience, and this is based off like high school. We're teens. We're gonna be a little boy girl crazy. We're gonna want relationships. We're gonna be trying to seek love, trying to find us a little boo or whatever. It's life. We're teenagers. Like, you're going to find yourself in a relationship somehow, some way. I mean, not everybody is, but most people. But just remember that that's not the top priority right now. You're trying to make sure you stay on top of your academics. You're trying to make sure you're preparing yourself for the next level. Don't let these relationships consume you. Don't let relationships or friendships consume you, actually, because they can be consuming, for real. Like, you're gonna have days where they're gonna piss you off and you're gonna come to school with a whole attitude, and it's really gonna mess up your whole flow of how you do things academically. But don't let that happen to you. Try to keep your mind focused on your academics when you're at school. Handle your personal business at home. School is all about the academics. You're there to learn. You're there to gain some knowledge. Relationships do teach you a lot, especially in high school. It teach you a lot about yourself. It's gonna expose a lot of things you need to work on. It's gonna expose some things you didn't know about yourself. Like I said, I think as teenagers, it's so easy for us to fall in love, and we're so blinded by this because we're teenagers and stuff. We're so blinded by a lot of things that people do. We don't see things for what they actually are. But through it all, remember to not lose yourself. Do not lose yourself in all of this. Like I said before, do not let these things consume you, because at the end of the day, everything is going to work out how it's supposed to work out. So don't force somebody to be with you. Don't force someone to be in a relationship with you. Don't force anything. Let everything be. Learn from every situation. And yeah, just continue to focus on yourself and make sure you are your first priority. Let's get into year by year advice. Let's start with freshman year. Freshman year matters. Freshman year matters. This is the year where you really need to focus academically, because this is the year that you're going to get your GPA. You're going to set yourself up with a GPA. You don't want to be having C's and D's in freshman year, because once that GPA is down there, it's going to be hard to get up. So with me, I took high school courses in middle school, so I got my GPA in middle school. In middle school, I wasn't as motivated as I was in high school, so I was getting B's and stuff, and that brought down my GPA. So I walked into high school with a 3.2, a B GPA. In order for my GPA to get boosted up as high as it can, I obviously had to get straight A's. So that's what I focused on for my whole high school career. But don't think that you have to get straight A's. My phone keeps talking about I don't have any storage, so I have to keep deleting stuff, and it's getting on my nerves. So, but like I was saying about freshman year, don't try to get yourself involved into too many extracurricular activities, because like I said, you're trying to focus on making sure you set yourself up with a good GPA. And also because you're getting adjusted to a new environment, so you really just want to, get comfortable with it. And sophomore year, you could focus more on extracurriculars. Don't be that person who signed up for 10 clubs freshman year. You're not gonna attend all those meetings. You're probably not even interested in half those clubs. Don't be that person. Sophomore year. So this is the year where you should really get involved with clubs that you're actually interested in, clubs that will benefit you in the end. Get involved into those sports, everything. Get involved into stuff that you actually like, because this is the year where you should probably start thinking about your major. Just think about your major. Probably even think about where you want to go for college. Like, just start thinking about it. You can make a list of things that you're interested in, so you could like narrow down what major suits this interest and stuff like that. If you think you can handle it, try to get into some AP and dual enrollment classes, because that is going to benefit you in the end. From both AP and dual enrollment, you can receive college credit. So yeah, if you think you can handle it, request those classes. But I personally believe that dual enrollment is more beneficial, and here is why. Well, dual enrollment is better, and here is why. One, you don't have a huge, overwhelming exam to worry about at the end of the year. The AP exam for me, because I personally don't feel like I'm a good test taker, it's overwhelming. Like, preparing for it's overwhelming because I don't know. I don't like those AP tests. They just give me bad vibes, and we don't need that negative energy in our life. You have to pass the exam to get the college credit. And most colleges require you to get like a 4 over 5 or a 5. Not even a 3 is acceptable sometimes. You can take a lot of dual enrollment courses throughout the year. So I have a friend who's like taking all of his classes at dual enrollment. So he's going to get a lot of credits for that because each class is about 3 credit hours. And you need 60 credit hours to graduate with an AA degree, which is what I'm going to get into in a minute. Dual credits go towards college credits, and so does AP, but like I said, you have to pass the test. If you get about 60 credit hours, like I said, you can get your AA degree, which is very beneficial. The benefits are you can graduate college a little earlier. So instead of going to college for 4 years, you could go to college for like 2 to 3 years because you have some of those hours out of the way. And also you'll be a better candidate for jobs because you're young. Like you're young and obviously you're intelligent because you graduated college early. So yeah, if your school is offering dual enrollment courses, take them because they're free. You wouldn't have to pay for this stuff in college. Like it makes sense. Like why not take these classes early? And also with dual enrollment is that they give you credit for both college and high school. So for example, this year, for senior year, you need your economics and government credit. So I took economics, but I didn't have to take government because I took American federal government with dual enrollment. So I got those 3 credit hours for college and I got my credit for high school. Think about that, less work, okay? Both AP and dual enrollment are gonna look good on your resume, don't get me wrong. AP courses make it seem like you can take rigorous courses, but dual enrollment courses show that you have that insight of being in college, kind of, because you're gonna be taking a dual enrollment on the college campus or online with that college, with other college students. Getting back to the whole general sophomore year advice, this is the year where you should start working on your community service hours. So for my school, you only need 25 hours. Wait, I think 25. Yeah, you only need 25 hours. You only need 25 hours to graduate. So you can start working on those hours. And I believe you need 300 hours to graduate with the cord. So you can start getting into that. You can also get involved in some internships. So I did an internship each summer, which was paid, and I also got a credit from those. So those went into my elective credits, but I got credits from those. And make sure you're prepared for those FSAs, EOCs, and everything. Make sure you're passing those FSAs so you won't have to take them in senior year, because who want to be retaking tests on classes that we learned 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago? Like, how are you gonna remember all that information, for one? So yeah, be prepared for your EOC. Study. So junior year, listen, before junior year came, a lot of people said junior year is gonna be your hardest, and I thought they meant academically. No, junior year was hard for me personally because I learned a lot about myself, and learning a lot about yourself is not all rainbows, ice cream, peaches, and cake. No, learning about yourself is pretty tough. Junior year, academics was not bad for me. It was really my personal life that got to me. But through it all, like I said before, do not lose yourself. Remember that everything is gonna work out. Everything is gonna work out eventually. You have to remember that. Never allow your personal issues to affect your academics. Period. Do not, like I said before, do not come to school bringing your personal issues into school, because school is not gonna solve your personal issues. No one at school can solve the issues you have at home. Like, there's no reason to come to school mad about what happened at home. Come to school with a positive attitude. Get your academics done. Handle your issues at home. Yeah. And stay consistent in those clubs and sports that you applied to, that you signed up for, during freshman and sophomore year. Stay consistent, because consistency is key. People think that colleges want to see you in 10 clubs and 4 sports. No, they want to see that you did these things over the year, that you stay consistent within these things. And continue with your community service. For junior year, I will also recommend that you try to get your virtual credit out of the way, so you won't have to be dealing with that during senior year. But here's a huge advice. Virtual school. Listen, we already know online learning is pretty tough. Personally, for me, I would not recommend taking any virtual school credits if you don't need to. It's just not it. It's not like online school where the teacher is still getting on Zoom and teaching you. You have to sit there and read all this content. It's annoying. It's really annoying. I do not like virtual school. I will not recommend it. From my personal experience, do not sign up for virtual school if you do not need the credit. And I would say the easiest virtual school classes that you could take, driver's ed for one, is a good it's good because if you take it, you could take your permit test for free. And also peer counseling, super easy, real easy. You just talking about yourself for peer counseling. So yeah, don't do virtual school. Listen, if you do not like online school, there is no need for you to be signing up for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 classes on virtual school. Don't do it to yourself. I'm telling y'all, senior year is supposed to be fun and relaxing. So try to get everything done before senior year. Try to get that community service done. Why am I talking like this? Try to get your community service out the way. Try to get those credits out the way. At the beginning of senior year, you should focus on building your resume. Make sure you include everything you did during high school. Make sure you put all those sports you were in, all those clubs you were in. Make sure you put your GPA. Make sure you put all the, AP, dual enrollment honors courses that you were in. Make sure you put all your accomplishments. So if you got certified, if you got awards, principal honor roll. And obviously, senior year is where you're going to start applying to colleges and scholarships. Apply to as many scholarships as possible. If you have the time, keep applying, because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know. So just keep applying to these scholarships. And it's not that bad because they're gonna ask the same thing, so you're just putting the same information on the application. So apply to as many scholarships. Enjoy the time with your friends, enjoy the time with your family, live life, period. Go out. Go to those football games, show school spirit. Have fun throughout your whole high school career. Like, don't let the academics overwhelm you. Have fun. It's okay to have fun. I'm not gonna say it's okay to fall off, but it is, because you're human. You have to remember that you're human. Like, all of us are human. We have those times we don't feel like doing work. I mean, I'm having my moment right now. Like, that senioritis I told y'all in the first video. That senioritis is eating me. That senioritis is not playing with me. Like, y'all, I do not feel like doing no work. I don't have that many core classes for high school, but I do have, like, for regular high school, but I do have dual enrollment, and those teachers not playing. Like, they want their work, and I don't feel like doing it. But, yeah. What did I say in the beginning? Never settle. Remember, never settle for anything. Friendships, relationships, classes. Be on top of your stuff. Be on top of your stuff during high school. Like, stay on top. Remember, don't lose yourself. Keep in mind that things are going to change. Once senior year hit, you're gonna look back at freshman year and you're gonna be like, nothing is the same. You're gonna change. Your friendships, your relationships, your everything is going to change. Another advice I have: make sure you like really get close to your counselor, because once senior year hit, you're gonna need those recommendations, and also because they're gonna be helping you throughout the whole college process. And don't be scared to ask them questions either, because that is their job. Don't be scared to ask them, how do I set a transcript? How do I apply for FAFSA? Because they're supposed to be helping you prepare for the next step. Don't be scared to ask anybody questions, because closed mouths do not get fed. Don't sit here at home confused. Don't sit here at home putting in the wrong information on these applications because you're not sure what to put. Ask questions, email them, blow them up, okay? So that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope my advice was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.